Good morning, students. How are you doing? All hope you are well and your winter vacations are coming, so you would utilize it for your studies. And of course, I think sports is also important, so do have some stretching of your body also. Now, we have to continue with the previous class. We were studying acute angle, obtuse angle, and straight angle, complete angle. All types of angles we were studying. In the first box and the second box we had already done. Now comes the third box. So continued from the previous class. Now in the third box, what type of angles are given? So let's see the first figure. It is straight line and the angle is like this. Now you have to see the rotation of turning of the angle to know whether it is acute or obtuse. Now because two angles are, now you have to compare. So do concentrate on what is being taught in this class. Now here OA is the ray and OB is the second arm of the angle. If I start from OA and go till OB, see the direction of the ray would tell you that in which direction you have to turn. Understand this line? Direction of the ray else direction of turning. Now here OA is in the right direction. So how would it turn? It would turn, and it is going towards OB. So how would it turn? It would turn and reach OB like this. So arrow is in this manner. Now again we have to compare this angle with respect to 90-degree angle. So I make a 90-degree angle which is L shape. So this is L shape 90-degree angle. Now this angle is going beyond or going to the left side of the 90-degree angle. What is acute angle that we studied yesterday? What was acute angle? That any angle which is on the right side of the 90 degrees. So right side means here. All the angles that are drawn to the right side, all these angles are considered to be acute angle. Turning would be starting from this ray and it would go like this, like this, like this or like this. But none of the angle crossed 90 degree. ये 90 डिग्री है, इसको किसी ने भी क्रॉस नहीं किया. ये जितने भी एंगल्स हैं ये सारे 90 डिग्री के राइट साइड में हैं, तो इसलिए ये एक्यूट एंगल है. अब इस एंगल में आपको क्या दिख रहा है? दैट द रे हैज टर्न्ड बियॉन्ड. बियॉन्ड मीन्स आफ्टर. इट इज गोइंग आफ्टर 90 degree angle, going after 90 degree angle. So going after 90 degree angle would mean that it is obtuse angle. So we get obtuse angle. This is an obtuse angle and these are acute angles. Now coming to a different type of orientation of the angle. So one second figure is like this. They have made one arm shorter and one arm longer. So you again remember, आपको क्या याद रखना है कि चाहे आर्म्स लंबी हो चाहे छोटी आर्म्स हो, measure of angles remains same. Now in this case, first you know the direction of the ray. Now this ray is in downward direction, and then it is rotating or moving, turning and coming in the upward direction. Okay, so how is the turning taking place? It is going from OB to OA. OB to OA. So this is the marking of the angle. So whenever you have to tell whether it is acute, obtuse angle or right angle, you have to do the marking of the angle. Now where would its 90-degree right angle lie? Right angle would be what? It would be L shape. So from the vertex O, the right angle would be something like this. So this is my right angle, because you know that right angle is L shape. So first you make it L shape. It's your choice to make it or not. If you by observation able to understand that this is obtuse angle, then it is very fine. But if you get confused, then make the right angle first. And once you have made the right angle, then you would see whether the ray OA is inside the or nearer to OB, or it is going far away from OB and going beyond right angle. If it is not crossing right angle, that would be acute. If it is crossing right angle, that would be obtuse. So again, this angle AOB is obtuse angle. Okay. Then we come to third angle. It is something like this. Now what is the purpose of giving different orientation? So that you actually understand what is angle. Otherwise students just draw one type of angle and they are not able to understand other angles. Orientation of angle or change in the direction of angle is very should be understood very well too. Now this is two rays. Now let me take this as OA and OB. Now instead of going from OB to OA, let's go from OB to OA. Okay, so OB to OA, it's your choice. You can go from OA to OB also, OB to OA. So let's first go from ray OB to ray OA. Now where would my 90-degree lie? Now since you have started from OB, so OB would be one arm of the 90-degree angle. So my another arm would be like this. This is my 90-degree angle, right angle. So this is right angle and OB is going beyond right angle and turning till OA. So again this angle AOB is obtuse angle. Okay, now suppose I draw this figure again like this. is the figure. Now suppose I start from OA. In this case, I started from OB and went to OA. Here I am starting from OA and going till OB. So what would be my marking? It would be like this. Okay. Now you have started from this ray OA and your turning is like this. So where would my 90-degree be lying? It would be lying somewhere here, making the shape of L with the ray OA. So this is my 90-degree. Now you can again see that OA is going beyond 90-degree or right angle, sorry. OA is going beyond right angle. So again you can say that angle AOB is obtuse angle. This can be written as angle BOA also. BOA, and this is written as AOB. But angles are same. Angles can be written BOA because turning is starting from OB and here the turning is starting from OA. See the difference between these two. Now like you see in your newspaper, there comes picture where you are asked to find the difference between the two. So suppose these two angles are given and you have to find the difference between the two. So you would say that in this case OB is turning and going to OA. In this case, you would say that OA is turning and going to OB. So angles are same, but this is the difference. Both are obtuse angle. The angle name more precisely would be BOA here rather than AOB, because otherwise you would get confused. So this is BOA and this is AOB. So now we move to question number 2. Make few acute angles and few obtuse angles. Draw them with different orientation. So this is a do-it-yourself question. Okay, do it yourself. So let's do it ourselves. Question number 2. Make some acute and obtuse angle. So how would you draw acute angle? You know that it should be less than I am drawing less than 90 degree you have to give. So these are the angles. Name them. How would you name? AOB, PQR, LMN. Okay, so name them now. Suppose you are starting from ray AO and going to OB. So this is angle AOB. Here suppose I am going from PQ to QR. So I would write angle PQR. Here I would go from MN to LM. PQ to QR. So it is PQR. Here I am going from MN to LM. So it would be NML. Now do remember that whether you write NML or you write angle LMN, it won't make any difference. Nothing is wrong in both of them. It is just for understanding the turning of the ray. Because if you have to measure the angle, like in further classes you would measure the angle, in that case you would have to know that from which ray you have to start. So for measuring or for naming won't be make any difference, but the measuring would be starting from mn and going till lm. Here the measuring would be starting from pq and going to qr. Here the measuring would be starting from oa and going to ob. So this you would understand later when we measure, but right now you just have to make acute angle. So we have made some acute angle. Now we would make some obtuse angles. So orientation need to be different. So let's make so see, don't look all of the figures at once. The first figure, first you mark it L M N. Second figure X Y Z. Third figure S T U. Okay, these are the three figures. Now L M N. Again you can start from LM or you can start from MN. It's your choice. So let's start from LM. Now where would its 90-degree fall? I am starting from LM. So my 90-degree or the right angle should start from, turning of the right angle should start from here to here. So where would I make L? It would be somewhere here. So this is my 90-degree. So the angle is going after 90-degree. This is right angle and it is going after 90-degree. So this is obtuse angle. So I would write angle LMN is obtuse angle. Then we have the second part where we have made XYZ. Now you can start from XY or you can start from YZ. So let's start from YZ and the turning would be like this. From starting from YZ you have to go till XY. Now where would my right angle lie? So starting from YZ only we would make the right angle. So my L shape would start from here and we would turn it till we get idea of L. So this is our L. So again you can say that angle is going beyond or after the crossing 90-degree. So again this is obtuse angle and angle XYZ is an obtuse angle. Now the last one. Here I have given STU. Now in this case, let's start the turning from ST. You would go till TU. So my 90-degree would fall somewhere here, exactly mirror image of L. So this is 90 degree. So again this angle is going beyond 90 degree. So angle STU is obtuse angle. So with this we wrap up the class, and we will continue the further practice questions in the next class. Take care students, bye. So now the question number 3. Do you know what the words acute and obtuse mean? Acute means sharp and obtuse means blunt. Why do you think these words have been chosen? So you can say that acute is sharp, or it is remaining within the boundary of 90 degree, isn't it? It is not crossing 90 degree boundary of right angle, so you can say that it is a sharp angle. And why obtuse is giving blunt means it is crossing the boundary of right angle, and it is crossing and going beyond crossing the boundary of right angle and going beyond it. So it has been named so. Okay, it is remaining within the boundary of right angle, so you can say it is sharp, and obtuse angle is crossing the boundary of right angle or going beyond, so it is named so. Now question number 4. Find out the number of acute angles in each of the following figures. So let's see figures. First figure, like this. So how many acute angles you can see? If I name A, B, C. Now this is very important question. Now how many vertex you are seeing? First is this question. If I name this, how many vertex? So you have 1, 2 and 3 vertex. So you can put arrows in any direction, it's your choice. Or so you can say that there are 3 acute angles. Is it asking for name also? No. So you can say that 3 acute angles. Now the next figure. Now it is the outer figure is just same as the first one. So there are 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3 angles. Then there is another triangle or figure. So there are 3 angles here. 1, 2, 3. So total becomes 4, 5, 6 angles. Then now where you have to see other acute angles. So one is starting from here and going here. So this is 7, this is 8, this is 9, this is 10, this is 11 and this is 12. So there are 12 acute angles. when you are doing geometry, you should observe the figure very carefully. So the last figure now, I am making the figure bigger so that you are able to see properly. Triangle, triangle, and then again a triangle. Okay, so 12 acute angles we have already discovered. Now we are left with the innermost triangle. So we start with 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. Can you figure it out? If I remove this triangle, it would be same to the previous part. So there are total 12 acute angles that we had got there, and now the innermost triangle only you have to count from 12 onwards. So 12 plus 3 angles inside the triangle, plus there are 1 2 3 4 and 5 6 angles here, so you get 21 angles, and all are acute angles. So you can take advantage of the previous figure. Here also we did 1 2 3 was already there, and rest we concluded the number of angles. So with this our figure it out 4 completes. Now from the next class we will start measuring angles with the help of protractor or D. You must have this D or protractor with you to understand the exercise, and I would have a bigger one. So we will continue tomorrow. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye, students.